They just shot a man. Gun violence here in the casino in Hard Rock.
I believe that's Offset on the ground right there.
He's still going. He's still mad.
I think they were trying to restrain little TJ. Proper shootout. Offset said, "Get it back in blood." Told little TJ, "Get it back in blood."
Just shot a guy. This is the guy they shot.
That Pooh Shiesty energy.
Oh my god. Ooh, Peyton?
What's good, y'all? It's the BossMack Topsoil. I just wanted to tap in right quick and speak on the situation. Offset was shot today at the Hard Rock Casino in Florida, along with Lil TJ, a man that he has some issues with. You may or may not know, Offset has a significant gambling problem. I think right now Offset be gambling more than he be rapping. You know what I'm talking about? And he has issues. Lil TJ apparently seen him in a situation where he was losing a lot of money in the casino one night and loaned Offset 10 bands.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that casino. He was popped. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. He must got a gambling addiction. Yo, he just popped. He called cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? For my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan for somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. Got mad, bro. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He pops.
So now, Offset owes Lil TJ 10 bands. And that's not good. And FYI, as the BossMack, I would never loan a nigga that I don't know 10 bands. I don't give a fuck if you's a famous rapper that I'm supposed to be cool with. If you not one of my peoples that I grew up with, that I'm cool with, there's no way I'm loaning you that. Because it's gonna be bad if you can't pay me back. If you my close people and I loan you 10 bands and you don't pay me back, it's all good. You will never be able to borrow money from me again. And you would never receive no type of help from me again. You know what I'm talking about? That would be like a payoff. But see, with a nigga like Offset, it would be issues if you didn't pay me back. Now, obviously, Offset has a gambling problem because a real nigga in control of his habits would never go there and be borrowing 10 bands from different niggas randomly in the casino. That's sucker shit. So now he's in TJ's pocket for 10 bands, but Offset is living in the casino and he ends up borrowing money from one of his ex-bitches, a hoe that tried to expose him and destroy him before, Selena Powell. Now, what kind of motherfucker would go and try to borrow money from a bitch that actually tried to destroy you? But he went and did it.
Like, yo, I need a favor. This is a
let's
test.
not skip over that. He told her to he still needed that. He still needed that.
Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And And I was like, I mean, like, I have a, like, I sent him the video, like, all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back, and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it, because I have a ton of 20s and then, like, hundreds.
At the time, not now, currently.
No, yeah, no.
Because, well, continue. Keep going.
Because now, so then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually did. But in my mind, I was like, I can't give him the 20s. Like, let me just give him the hundreds. He was like counting out in the car. I went to the casino, by the way. I'm not going to do every single detail and have this.
She's working on her 40-minute straight drive.
And just like Offset did to Lil TJ, when it came back to paying back the money he borrowed,
Offset ain't giving nobody no money back. So now you're in the whole 25 bands with Lil TJ and Selena Powell. And ain't no telling how many other motherfuckers he owed. But Lil TJ want his money back. So Lil TJ go to social media and start putting Offset on blast. So now it's beef. Offset want to run a public fade with him. Everything except for give a motherfucker his money back. He don't want to give Selena her money back. This is how bad things happen. And I'm going to say this. When you borrow money from hoes to gamble with and lose it, you are a sucker of the highest order. It ain't like you borrowing money to flip it. You tricking it off in the most weakest of ways. Making yourself, diminishing your credibility in front of a bitch. But anyway, now enter DJ Academics. He interviewed Little TJ recently and asked him about the Offset situation. And it went a little something like this.
I'll give you kind of a rundown of what occurred. Now, I do have an interview coming up, and this is not, I'm not trying to plug the interview, but it does matter. I'm gonna tell you why it matters, because I think I asked him. I usually talk on and off camera, so I got to watch the interview to make sure he said it on camera. But I did ask him about this situation with Offset, and Offset not giving him the money back. And I will tell you in a very eerie way. And again, I'm not doing a Vlad, so I'm not gonna drop the interview tomorrow. But I do have a TJ interview. I'm trying to, whatever his album's coming out, I'm trying to match it with that. But he did say, I believe on the interview, when I asked him, I said, yo, so what happened when you try to get your money back from Offset? He bluntly told me, he said Offset told him. He said Offset DM'd him and said, nigga, get it back in blood.
Get it back in blood.
That's literally what he said. I swear. That ain't me. That's what he said.
Get it back in blood, huh?
And I was like, oh, okay. So supposedly, he lends this nigga 10 bands, and I ain't gonna lie, in the interview, it's not like TJ, bro, but you was like, yo, man, I'm about to, man, if I lend you money, nigga, I need my shit back. I'm not trying to give you money or whatever. Supposedly, Offset told him in DMs, because I said, well, why you ain't just holler at him for the money? He said, yeah, I did. So I said, what'd he say? He told me to get it back in blood. I swear. That's what he said in the interview. I swear. I ain't making that up.
So, Lil TJ went and got that back in blood. He bumped into old Offset at the Hard Rock Cafe Casino in Florida. And it went up. And apparently, they had a shootout. As a matter of fact, both of these niggas got shot. They had a proper shootout right there in the casino, endangering other people. And as a matter of fact, Lil TJ got arrested for this. Now, hopefully, Offset is not suffering life-threatening injuries. But as you can see, the essence of gambling leads you down a diabolical path. Death and incarceration and severe physical injuries.
They just shot a man. gun violence here in the casino in Hard Rock.
I believe that's Offset on the ground right there.
He's still going. He's still mad.
I think they were trying to restrain little TJ. Proper shootout.
Chained.
Offset said, "Get it back in blood." Told little TJ, "Get it back in blood."
Just shot a guy. This is the guy they shot.
That Pooh Shiesty energy.
Oh my god. Holy, tasing? You tasing guy?
Everyone keep moving, please. Clear.
They just shot a man